Okay, for my final project, I chose to do the play Macbeth. For this play, I chose to be the scenic designer. This is where I did 3 color renderings. We asked what propelled my ideas, what made me do my certain choices. And I think reading the play really helped figure out what I wanted to do. We know that this tone of this play is very sinister. The mood's very sad and kind of dark. So through that, I really chose my ideas appropriately. And then to know that Macbeth was written in a long way back, we can base some of the scenes on that as well. So with that said, my renderings really are based off of the mood, the tone, and the time period. This is a color rendering, but as you see when I show you guys the renderings I have, most of them are black, white, and brown. I kept it very, very simple this way because if I added a vibrant color, I think it would destroy the tone that an audience should feel when they actually see the play. And so I kept it very simple and only added color to expose things such as rank or power. Okay, for my first scene, I chose the one when Macbeth meets the witches in the beginning of the play because I feel like that is what makes the play and kind of sets the standpoint. And as you can see in this play, actually in this rendering, I made everything very spooky. Everything's dead. The tree's dead. The grass and everything's dead at the bottom. And as you can see, I added little things such as like the crow overlooking the scene, because eventually the witches are what makes Macbeth reach his doom and it's almost like a self-destruction. And so I have the witches up to no good. They're making a evil potion or something, and around them I have smoke and smog coming around. And the only color in this rendering to develop that dark mood is the lightning. And the lightning in the background also adds to the scene because witches are evil, so lightning characterizes that with the dark clouds and whatnot. For my second rendering, I chose to do the scene when Macbeth and them are hosting the dinner for their guests. And this is when the ghost appears in the scene and whatnot. But here's this one. As you can see, the table, this is what the main focus of this picture. All the other chairs that the visitors are going to sit in, they're in brown. There's some old wood. And then, as you can see, I did Macbeth's chair in a velvet and gold to fit his appropriate ranking. And as you can see, Macbeth's on the corner over here. He's got his crown. That's the only color that I have in this scene also, just to expose that his rank is higher than the others. And then you can see in the block work and everything, I chose to make the blocks uneven and whatnot because the lack of architectural support in that time period fits this. And castles weren't always perfect, so I had different types of block too. Added a little bit of brown into the ones above it. And that really describes that scene. For my third scene, I chose to do Act 5, which shows when Burnham Forest is coming to Dunsinane. And I chose this scene because it really completes the witch's apparitions. And when this apparition is filled, then Macbeth knows that his doom is near. And this is why I did this one, because it links to my first drawing of the witches in the start and how I said that they drove the play. And this is this one. This one is also dark and gloomy. As you can see, I have the dark clouds in the top corner blocking the sunlight because Macbeth knows his doom's near. He knows he's going to die, and this is basically the closing of the play. And I also added these warriors who are holding branches because the apparition says that Macbeth is safe until the Burnham Forest comes to his castle. And when these warriors are holding the branches, we knew what the witches were meaning when they said that. A couple other things, I kept it the same thing, dead grass and whatnot leading up to it. Didn't really add a vibrant color. And then we have Macbeth in his castle. He's just looking out, and this was when he knew that he was going to die, and when he said he was going to go down fighting. So after seeing these 3 color renderings, just a couple points. I chose, as the scenic designer, to keep everything simple in color. Adding a vibrant color, like I said, would really kill that mood and tone. Throughout this play, there wasn't really a happy scene. Like, Macbeth was excited he was going to be king, but then he did it in a disloyal way. This play consists of murders and self destruction, so adding a lot of color really would defeat the purpose.